Mr. Speaker, I represent an urban constituency, and this gambling issue, this betting, Mr. Speaker, is really affecting our society. You come these days, Mr. Speaker, they have created small machines, a size of an ATM machine, Mr. Speaker, which are placed in local villages. And you find boys and girls, they sneak in, go and play that thing. There is even no age limit. It is allowed, anybody can play. And that's why, Mr. Speaker, we must save this generation from this. This betting, Mr. Speaker, if it's not regulated, is going to create a big problem in this society. The current generation, Mr. Speaker, we are witnessing people thinking that hard work is not necessary. You can just go and gamble and win millions of money. And this, Mr. Speaker, is the biggest monster that is consuming our young people. And we must find a way to regulate this so that only licensed betting companies, Mr. Speaker, can do this business, and with strict regulation as to age and the people who can participate, and also the timing of how they do it. Mr. Speaker, you find betting now has gone into areas which are very popular with people, especially sports and other things, Mr. Speaker. So that people now, even football, people don't watch football because they love football. They watch football because they are playing, they are gambling. They are trying to, do something about which team is going to win and what, and on like that, Mr. Speaker. And we have seen this trend is going on, and you have seen many people. If you ask him, even the player of a team that is, he doesn't know anybody, but he is betting on that. So we are just looking, Mr. Speaker, that this issue was even in this House in the last Parliament, and we debated it, and there was the issue of raising taxes so that they can discourage them. But I don't think that is the issue, because even if we raise taxes, these people, they mint a lot of money. And you remember, Mr. Speaker, in the 80s when we hosted all African Games here, there was an American conman who came here and pretended that he was going to bring Michael Jackson and others to come and perform before the games. And he collected millions of shillings, Mr. Speaker, and disappeared in a thin air. That the President Moi had to intervene and bring Franco from DRC Congo to come and save the situation. And this is, Mr. Speaker, we have seen foreigners who come here and pitch tent and do this thing of gambling. I don't know who licenses them, and use our media and all that. They drive it because they pay adverts in the media and all that, Mr. Speaker, so that they entice people, and people put money. And we have seen children who have even used school fees, and even just adults. A grown-up man who has taken a loan and go and start gambling, Mr. Speaker, and they lose and end up losing even their family property. So this is a very serious monster that we must control. And Mr. Speaker, I think this motion is very timely, and we need to follow it up and bring maybe a bill so that we can properly regulate this business in this country. Mr. Speaker, in other countries that are doing these things, they are properly regulated, and you don't see this thing being abused the way it is being done in this country. So I support this motion, and I believe that if we can regulate this thing, then we will be able to manage the affairs that go on, especially in our informal settlement, where people and they target these people, Mr. Speaker, they target the poor people.